This week on Dr. Nellie Kangwa TV.
You have to master what you want to achieve. You need to have the goals. You need to keep developing yourself.
Dr. Nellie Kangwa is a consultant, strategist, master coach, business expert, author, and the principal consultant for Project Life Design. Catch Dr. Nellie Kangwa every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Dr. Nellie Kangwa TV, YouTube.
Hello, it's Dr. Nellie Kangwa. We continue with our series from boardroom to bedroom. And in the last sessions, we've been talking about sensitivity. We talked about emotional intelligence, social intelligence, both in the boardroom and in the bedroom. Like I mentioned in the other series, I defined the boardroom as not the actual room where you have meetings, but the marketplace. And bedroom has to do with your family front. From the time you get to the gate, the relationships that you have. And so today I am picking another S because in the other series we spoke about sensitivity. Today we are talking about submission. Now you'll be wondering, what is submission doing in the marketplace? Because many times submission has been done or has been preached mostly in the marriage sector. And so today we are going to talk about the next S, which is submission. So what is submission in the marketplace? It is very important to understand in the boardroom, to understand that submission has to take place. So what is submission? It has to come with the two words, submission. When you've started work, when you are a professional, or you are a corporate person, or you are a business person, you have to understand the mission of the company, the mission of your business. What is the mission? Where are you going? What is the vision? When you get to understand the mission, that is the only way you can apply whatever it is that you've been employed for. Because many people, they don't understand that the company is actually exchanging your blood or exchanging your blood flow or your gifting, the expertise with money. And what you are taking in that marketplace has to do with how you are going to bring about yourself and the things that you actually believe in. So what is the mission of that company? It is important for you to know, because when you understand where your company is going, you need to know that the reason you've been employed is because of the contribution that you are bringing in that particular company or in that particular business. We are talking about a corporate person. We're talking about your own business. You could be the boss. You could be the owner of that company. Whatever it is that you are, the boardroom is speaking to you as an individual from the marketplace point of view. So what is that mission, and what are you going to sub, or what are you going to bring? What are you going to add? It is important to know that when you've gotten into the marketplace, you've got to add value. So what value are you going to bring? You have to understand leadership. That is the first thing that you've got to know. In the 48 laws of power, rule number 1, or law number 1, talks about do not outplay your master. Now, many people don't know the meaning of that particular law. It is important for you to understand your leader in the marketplace. If you are working in a particular company, you are under a particular individual, your role is to study your boss. Your role is to understand the needs of your leader, because when you understand the needs of your leader, then you are going to execute according to what you've been employed for, or according to the things that you are supposed to bring in that particular company. Now, that goes with what I was talking about. You need to understand your emotional intelligence, your social intelligence has to be so upgraded so that you can read into the things that haven't been spoken, so that you can understand even before your boss calls for what they need, or what he needs, what she needs. You need to know, and you need to be ahead of things. Now, how to balance the knowing and the execution is what you need to master, because If your boss relies on you and he knows or she knows that you are able to deliver, isn't the reason why you were employed? Now, it matters how you deliver that which you have been relied upon. The reason why the mentor will actually look up to you, and that is the reason why you are employed. They will look up to you to bring your expertise. Now, it is that expertise that they are paying for. It is that skill that they are paying for. And that is the reason why when it comes to delivery, when you have delivered, you're not the face to be seen. You have to know that you are not the one who has to show up. That is why it says never outplay your master. You don't go around telling everybody, oh, if it was not for me, wouldn't have been done. Yes, it has to be you who has to do that. That is why that money has been paid, at the end of the month, that money has been paid to you because of that particular skill that you have brought into the company. Let's now talk about you being the actual boss or you owning that particular company. Do you understand where you're going? You know, the reason why most of the businesses do not grow to levels where they are supposed to grow, it is because we want to think something somehow, somebody somewhere is going to get this thing to go a certain direction. You have to master what you want to achieve. You need to have the goals. You need to keep developing yourself. Now, in doing so, you've got to master these particular words: innovation and sustainability. When it comes to innovation, it also comes with the competition that you are having in the marketplace. You always have to be ahead of what is happening. You always have to be ahead of the situation. This is why to innovate, it is to look for what customers are looking for. What are customers crying for? What are customers looking for? That is why R&D is very important for whatever that you're doing, be it a small business. You need to think big. Even if it's a small business, from your mind, that business must be big. From your mind, that business must be what it is supposed to bring to a client. That is submission. Submit to your customers. After all, it is your customers that actually bring the increase that you're looking for, the profits that you're looking for. And that is why when you have well defined what you're looking for, to innovate is something that you've got to be going to bed with and waking up with, because at all times, this mission must speak. This mission must benefit the people in whom you have dedicated whatever company or where you are working. And so when you are submitting and you are understanding what is supposed to be done in this particular company, you will know what value you are supposed to add to that particular product, or is it a service? Now, let's quickly break down the issue about the services that you offer or the products that you are offering to your customers. When last did you get concerned about the people that are receiving? Do you know that customer care is one thing that many people need actually to learn when it comes to this word submission? Because if you know that for your company to go to another level, you are depending on your customers. Your customers are your bosses. Your customers are people that are bringing the money. So you need to value your customers. You need to learn to submit to your customers. That way, your mission is going to be fulfilled, because now you've understood the place of a customer. In the marketplace, another thing that I would love to also highlight is sustainability, because it's another thing for you to innovate. It's another thing for you to sell that service or to sell that product without actually understanding on how much you are going to stretch it, on how far you are going to take it. Because if you have that sustainability and you know that this particular product or this particular service is going to reach out to many customers and it's not going to run out, especially in this era of COVID, you need to understand that whatever it is that you're doing, you shouldn't have an excuse for not having the thing that a customer is looking for. You always have to think ahead of your customer. You always have to give yourself to the customer, because that is the reason why you will remain in business, or that is the reason why you actually can get promoted. It is when you are thinking ahead of your customer, thinking ahead of your boss, thinking ahead of the situation. That is why when it comes to you, even reporting for work, as you are going for work or you are attending to your business, you have to know that this issue about time mastery, understanding your time in releasing that mission, in releasing the thing that you are actually looking for, is very important. That aspect will bring you to float when others are going down. That aspect will cause you to remain focused on that particular goal that you want to achieve. That is in the boardroom. In the boardroom, you must ensure that you are ahead of things. You are submitting. You've understood that mission, and that mission is what will be driving you. Now, for the mission to remain constant, because it's another thing to say these are things that we stand for, these are things that we are going to achieve. What is it? What pillars will hold this particular mission? They are called values. What are your values? When you are running a particular company, when you are, working in a particular company, do you understand the values? For example, some of the companies, they've got values like excellence, integrity, service. They have such type of values. Do you know that those values are the drivers to cause you to accomplish that particular mission? Because when you understand the values, they are the ones that you are like riding upon for you to achieve or for you to get to the destination that you are looking to get to. Now, when all these things are put together, you look at these values, which are the pillars or the drivers that are causing you to reach your mission destination. It now helps you to actually, leverage on these values. And when you understand the values of the company, you understand the things that need to be achieved in the company, you will be the best professional. You will be the person who will be preferred. After all, you need to know you have been given that opportunity in that company, and you need to bring your very best. As you know, do you know that in our today, there is actually head search? Will people recommend you? Will somebody, pinpoint you for what you are able to give out in the marketplace? It is because you understood that mission and you are in contact with that mission and you are delivering that mission. That is the only way you will actually be preferred other than other people. Because you will see other people will be saying things like, you know what, I think I'm not just loved, my boss doesn't just like me, or what is really going on here. It is because you have lacked understanding and your contribution does not have an extra aspect. My dad said something when I was growing up that, Nellie, in order for you to be extraordinary, simply add extra. Wherever you are, be a preferred person. Wherever you go, add extra to whatever thing that needs to happen, because it is that extra that brings extraordinary you, and it is that extra that will cause your boss to need you other than other people. It is that extra that will cause the sponsor to speak on your behalf. It is that extra that will cause people to look out for what you carry and that which you value. The thing that you want to experience in the marketplace with regards to submission, it is about you understanding the mission of that particular company, because the boardroom must speak into what you want to achieve. Because if something begins to go wrong in the boardroom, eventually things will start going wrong in the bedroom, because when you are failing to succeed in the marketplace, eventually it will affect your family. Eventually you'll find that your family will be in compromise because you are not making it. Your career, you are not holding your career, your career bull by the horn. You are not transitioning to become the very best version that you are supposed to be. And that is why I would love to encourage every person that is listening to me at this particular time to understand the mission aspect that you have followed in that particular company. What is it that you really want to achieve at the end of the day? Because when you get to define who you are, when you get to define and understand what you really want, it will then help you to still remain under that mission. And let me tell you something, when you help somebody fulfill their mission, somebody else will help you to fulfill your mission. That is just how the world works. And as you are working, you need to remember that in that particular company, you may be the next person who will own a particular company. What are you going to look out for when you are employing other people? That is what the owner of the company is also looking for. You need to know the universe only gives back to you that which you give to it. So what are you doing in the marketplace with regards to submission? Do you understand the mission of your company? Are you giving out your very best? Are you doing extra to be that extraordinary person? It is all up to you to increase in your career and to become the best version of your life so that you can become the best that you need to. I'll be talking about the bedroom with regards to submission. Do have a lovely day.